Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have for you a cherry picking primer. So this video is designed a little bit more for the beginning collector who's heard terms and thought, what does this mean? What is this term cherry picking you guys are talking about? And how do I do it? Like I want to be involved in cherry picking. It sounds fun. Everyone gets excited about it. So the quick basic definition of cherry picking is when you find something that is undervalued, and that can be lots of different ways it could be undervalued. The coin can be raw or graded already, and it can be something that is a different variety than it is labeled. It can be something that is nice for the grade, right? So we're going to talk a little bit today about looking around at graded coins already and seeing the types of things that you can find. And so there's a couple of different reasons or ways that people cherry pick. So they can be cherry picking for value, which is to say they are definitely trying to get something at a discount of what its real value would be and make some money on it. Or really maybe it's more just for eye appeal. In other words, this is where you're becoming your own CAC, which is I see beginner videos are hard because then you got to explain all the different things, but it's a company that puts their seal of approval on a coin that's already been graded to tell you. They'll put a little sticker on it to tell you, we really like this coin for the grade, right? That's like the basic concept there, right? So if you're buying coins for yourself, over time you can train your eye to cherry pick based on eye appeal for something you really like and have a beautiful collection. And for value, these things can go hand in hand, but sometimes you're trying to find something that somebody else missed and something that you can really be proud of owning in a different kind of way. And maybe it's just because, hey, you made some money on it, right? And that's okay too. All right, so one of the things I want to talk to you about is the fact that, coin companies have older holders. This is called a rattler. This is like the second generation holder for PCGS, which look a little bit different than they come today. NGC's holder looks similar to how it used to look, but this is actually called a fatty. You'll note there's no line here. It has like this white, kind of more white type label to it. There's no box on here. So a couple things though. Older holders are from the mid to late 90s, mid to late 80s into the early 90s. And there are certain things that you can find a little bit more consistently than others when it comes to trying to cherry pick. One is going to be some of the strike designations. So not all coins were labeled with a strike designation. So what that means is that collectors sometimes they collect coins if they have a stronger strike to them. So Mercury dimes will have full bell lines. Standing Liberty quarters will have a full head designation. You'll have Kennedy half dollars with the full bell line. And especially on earlier coins, these weren't always labeled that way. Now you do find some, but if you go through and look at different coins, you can find coins that aren't labeled for this designation, especially in some of the earlier holders. Now, I will say that you can actually find this in later holders also. I've found coins that were not labeled for a full bell line, and later on we were able to crack it out and submit it and get it into a full bell line holder because it was more valuable. So this is like the cherry picking idea of trying to get something that's more valuable because it's not quite attributed correctly, right? So the strike designation is one thing. Another thing is going to be the surface's quality that has to do with if it has a proof-like field or not. And this actually happens a lot for earlier proof Franklin halves and coins like that, where they will have a cameo appearance to them, which means it'll have that black and white feature where it looks like a modern proof coin. The earlier proof coins from the Franklin half era and earlier don't always come with that cameo look. They don't have that black and white finish to them all the time. And if you can find those sometimes with a nice cameo finish, but it won't say it on the holder, maybe you can get a better deal on it. This is true also for the coins that aren't actual proof coins but have a proof-like appearance to it. Now there's this really weird caveat that I've run into, which is to say there are some NGC, especially NGC holders, and some early annex holders that say, mirror proof-like, deep mirror proof-like. It'll have that on there, and they won't be to today's standards, which is really unusual because mostly the older holders are considered to be a lot more conservative in their grading. So it's a little bit different when you think about how the grading has changed over time. And today a coin like this, which is a proof-like finish to it, maybe if you send it in, it would actually say proof-like on it, and this one doesn't say that at all, right? So just be aware that there are old holders that for some reason said deep mirror proof like, and they didn't have that real quality that we want today. All right, it's just a little thing to watch out for. Something else that you can cherry pick actually is a lot of coin collectors who collect copper coins collect for color. So they want the most red color you can find, right? So this can be a value pick in a couple different ways. Now the market's changed to where people really love beautifully toned coins, and of course that's a little bit of the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but this is where you can find some value for a couple different reasons. So the main designations that you'll see on a copper coin will be RD for red, RB for red brown, and BN for brown. So red, red brown, and brown. So typically a red coin is going to be more valuable. So what you want to do, if you can find a red brown coin that has really nice red color to it, it's actually going to be worth more in the marketplace if it's really close to a full red color. And you can find red brown coins that are really beautiful and have nice color to them, right? And the thing you want to watch out for now is, because copper can change over time, is if you find an older holder and it says red on it, it has the RD, but the coin you're not convinced has a nice red look to it, you might want to walk away from a coin like that, okay? Because copper can fade sometimes over time, even after it's been put into an NGC or a PCGS holder. So you can find really nice red-brown coins. This is a way to get a good value. The other thing that you can maybe get is there are coins that'll actually have a BN, a brown label, but they'll have eye appeal to them. Sometimes it'll be labeled brown, but the coin will have like purple or blue toning to it. And in this marketplace, really nice purple and blue toned cents will have a premium to them, generally speaking. But the grading companies don't have a blue or a purple label. They just have the red, brown, the brown, and the red. So, you know, you can find a coin that'll say brown, but will actually be a premium type coin. It's something else that you can actually cherry pick in the marketplace. You know, in another place that you can look, one of these things, you'll hear a lot of guys talk about this, so I want to explain this. A lot of guys collect these for two reasons, these older holder coins. One is because they like the novelty of having the older holders. So what's cool is you can find coins that are relatively inexpensive, like nice Kennedys, nice Franklin halves, nice Mercury dimes, and you're not paying a huge premium for them because they're not expensive. You can buy, maybe you're paying 40 bucks instead of 30 for a coin just because you're buying the holder. But a lot of people buy them because they think that the coin is automatically like 3 grades higher, or it's misgraded because they were so conservative. I've owned a lot of early slabs. A lot of them are actually graded properly. Okay, a lot of them are not graded inaccurately or so conservatively that they're automatically going to upgrade. You know, so if you want a coin that's just for you for eye appeal, that's nice. There are coins that have really conservative grades on them, and those are usually the most common dated coins. An 1881S Morgan, for example. If you want a beautiful 81S Morgan, there's a good chance that you can find one in the marketplace graded MS65 that's going to look much nicer, because they're very common in the marketplace, so they actually get discounted by the grading companies. In other words, they'll look at them and so they'll say, but this looks like every other 81S I've ever seen. It's just a common coin. I'm just going to call it an MS64, MS65, even though it's really, really stunning. So this is more of an eye appeal upgrade for you, right? If you want a coin that's just a nice looking coin for your collection, that's something that you can look for. Common dates, so like an 81S Morgan dollar, 80S Morgan dollar, 850, 19040. There's certain dates that are more common. Last but not least, I want to touch on, of course, there's actually entire books, sets of books by Bill Fiva and JT Stanton, good friend of the show. JT I haven't met. I don't think I've met JT, have I? We love Bill. He's a great guy. Cherrypicker's Guide. So this is actually, when you look at little small varieties with you know, doubling and things of that nature, and they'll have very specific examples with nice pictures in there, and there's different collector markets for that. This is the type of thing that it's good if you can kind of memorize what you're looking at. If you really collect just one type of coin, you start to learn what people really like in that marketplace, and then what you can do is you can apply that knowledge when you buy stuff, because what will happen is there are a lot of coins that are already certified that don't have any type of Cherrypicker's Guide attribution to them. So if you see a coin and it has an FS number. That's it, F and S right there, FS number. It's coming from this book. There's actually volumes of this book now. It used to be just one book, now it's two. Eventually it'll probably be three because of just the way that they keep expanding. But a lot of coins that get graded, because you actually have to pay extra to get any type of designation on there, a lot of times those coins just get sent in, get graded, no variety attribution. Really common to see that happen with Morgan dollars. They actually have another Cherry Picker's Guidebook that's not called that. It's called VAM, which is specifically for Morgan dollars and Peace dollars. But the Cherry Pickers covers pennies, nickels, dimes, you name it, right? So if you learn what the different Cherry Picker Guide varieties are for a certain series, you can find those coins already graded, but it won't say it on the holder. Now, sometimes that's a small upgrade for somebody, right? So sometimes, you know, your $50 coin might become a $70 coin. But other times, maybe that $50 coin is a $500 coin because it's a variety that people really, really want. And so there's lots of different ways that you can, even as a novice or a newbie, a rookie, whatever, you can get into cherry picking in your own little way, all right? So remember, you're looking for things that have eye appeal. You're looking for things that look nicer than the average coin. And so go to a coin show or go to a coin shop near you if you have one and look at a lot of coins. Get a feel for how coins are graded and what they look like. And then, you know, it just takes time to kind of train your eye to the coins that you're going to like and that are going to be really nice in the marketplace. All right, guys, I hope that gives you a little bit of some good advice that you can use. Thanks for watching. I'm Ben, the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.